Hello, happy Saturday. We are on day 18 of the New Year Meditation Challenge. And a few of you noticed that I kind of dropped off the radar for the last 2 or 3 days. And just wanted to give you a little sense of what's going on over here. I've been very lucky. I have depression. It's been really well managed over the last couple of decades. But, this time of year, the short, dark days, that kind of winter blues, get a little of that seasonal affective disorder on top of my depression. It's been honestly a rough week for me. Got a little dragged down. And, there's some irony to this. The third and fourth weeks of the meditation challenge are our happiness exercises. So thought I would maybe just start with just a little honest reflection about how I deal with depression, how my meditation practice relates to that, and then set up a little bit of expectation of what the next 2 weeks are going to look like. So for me, I'm really lucky. My depression is purely chemical. I've had an amazing life. I've got great family, friends. I've not experienced any trauma. My depression is really not an objective reflection of my life. It's a chemical disbalance in my brain. I find meditation to not actually be the best tool for working with my depression. There's a lot of things. We talk about it in the email, so I don't have to go too long about this. But I exercise. I try to avoid alcohol and try to eat healthfully. Give myself permission to sleep a little bit more. I work with my therapist. I stay connected to loved ones. But really that emphasis on looking for some bright spots. Watching a comedy instead of a depressing or angry movie when I'm feeling a little down. Recognizing that I need to fiddle with the chemical levers in my brain a little bit and certainly not lean anymore on the things that'll bring me down. Look for the things that'll help lift me up a little bit. There is a way in which my meditation practice does help with my depression. And very specifically, it's all of the work in the years leading up to what is this rough week. Because of the self-awareness and what I call emotional autonomy that comes from sitting on the cushion for so many countless hours, I'm better able to see clearly that this emotional state that I'm experiencing is not actually a reflection of my, self-worth or dignity or just a reflection of the actual state of my life. Right? Think about what we're doing when we're meditating, and it'll sort of conversely, simultaneously suggest why I don't like to meditate when I'm depressed, but also why the tools are beneficial. When I'm practicing seated meditation, I sit still. I bring my attention fully and completely to the experience of the breath, and it's in this physically still state that I am confronted fully and completely with the experience of my thoughts and my emotions, right? You can't run away from what you're experiencing in life when we're in seated meditation. We've talked about this a bit. If I'm stressed out, if I'm anxious, if I'm tired, if I have a headache, I'm going to have stressed out, anxious, tired, headache meditation, right? If I'm in a good period and I'm feeling well rested and relaxed and happy, I'm probably going to have well-rested, relaxed, and happy meditation too. Our meditation practice brings us really in intimate contact with what we're thinking and feeling and experiencing. So when I'm experiencing a depression that is chemically based and not related to something in my life that needs to be processed or worked through, maybe sitting and really kind of amplifying that despair is possibly not the best action. However, at the same time, the reason I'm so grateful to be a meditator is I'm able to see, because I've spent all these years working on emotional intelligence and really being able to see my thoughts clearly and recognize that I'm not those thoughts, that those are just something I'm experiencing. I'm able to get into a depressed state and take it a little less seriously. I'm not sort of swept away with it. So the meditation practice simultaneously may be something I don't lean on a week like this, but also something really valuable for when I do get into a tough week. So the next 2 weeks are a lot of fun. We're going to focus on a bunch of exercises that are self-reflective, that help us be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more joyful. I call them happiness exercises, but want to really emphasize maybe more of the happiness that comes with having meaning and purpose and of being a more thoughtful and compassionate version of ourselves. So really looking forward to it. And, that's the last thing I'll say. For me, when I'm having a little bit of a tough period with my depression like I am right now, I'm going to make a really special commitment that I'm not just going to write about and share these exercises for myself and the other volunteer meditation instructors. I'm actually going to go out of my way to practice them. I think that's a big thing, right? None of this stuff that we're talking about works unless you do it. So let's go ahead and do our 3 minutes of meditation together. And yeah. Well, happy weekend, everybody. Really looking forward to the next 2 weeks of the challenge, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.